Hey guys, Tec Timmy here. So in this video, I'm going to do a super quick layperson's unboxing of the Holy Stone HS series HS110D drone. And this says it's an FPV drone equipped with a 120-inch wide-angle 1080p Wi-Fi camera. And let's get into the unboxing right now. Let's go. All right, so it says ages 14 plus, which is perfect for me being a 54-year-old man. Is that how old I am? I guess it is. And this is one of the first drones that I've owned. I actually bought a Holy Stone drone, fun to say, a while ago, and it literally almost took some little kid's head off because it was too small. And I live near the ocean here, and we have a pretty strong ocean breeze. And the first time I fired it up, the wind just took the drone way far over onto maybe like 2 streets away, and a bunch of little kids playing, and it almost clipped one of the kids, and I'm like, no, this is going back to the store. So that was my first experience with the drone. I really I've been wanting to have and use drones for a while now, and I have very little experience. So this is going to be a layperson's unboxing. Like I said, we'll take the gear out of the box and take a first look at it so you guys can have just a basic understanding in terms of what you get with this drone. There's lots of cool features. The reason that I went with this one is because it's definitely seemed much heavier than the other one that I bought, and I'm hoping that it can stand up to the wind here. So just look at the box real quick. So it's Wi-Fi compatible. It has this altitude hold feature, which presumably means you can keep it level at the same altitude. Headless mode, no idea what that means. 6-axis gyro. I'm assuming that's not like gyros that you eat, but presumably it gyrates in 6 different ways. HD camera, so 1080p. I mean, that's high def, so very cool. And hoping I could potentially use this to take some footage outdoors for my channel, so that'd be very cool if that's an added value here. 4 different channels. You can do flips, so there's, I think, a button on the remote that'll let you do a flip, which would be fun. And it's got some colorful LEDs and 3.7 LiPo battery. I think there might even be more than one battery in here. And so that's basically it for the box. And then on the back, Holy Stone does a nice job. This is a very reputable drone company. I bought this on Amazon. There's a whole bunch of different models at different price points and so forth if you want to check them out. I will include a link to this guy in the description of the video. If you use this affiliate link, and all proceeds go to benefit the channel. I will say this is not a sponsored video. I bought this, paid for this with my own money, as I have with most of the devices on my channel, at least so far. And then so some nice instructions here on the back, and presumably they also have a manual inside. But I really like the fact that the control itself seems pretty complicated, but you have your basic directions right here. So this guy does flips, forward, back, left, and right, or over here, throttle up, throttle down. So it basically works like like if you play video games and you have a controller to do any sorts of flight simulators, it's going to work like that. And then short press, power on, long press, power off, high speed switch there, and so forth. So solid directions back here. You're going to want to use this in conjunction with your app, particularly if you want to do filming on using your phone and so forth. I believe there's probably, there it is right there. So there's a mount for the phone where you can attach your phone to the controller itself. Controller looks fancy, and definitely fancier than the last drone that I bought. So I bought a very cheap drone. Like I said, it was light, but if it hit that kid, it probably would have hurt him. So I said nope. I sent it back that day, and I've had this one actually sitting in the closet for a while now, and it's May, so summer's here, and I really want to get this up and start playing with it. So without further ado, let's get this guy out of the box, and it looks like it's going to open nice and easily this way. So I'm going to open it from the bottom, which I typically wouldn't do. So it actually looks like that is the right way to open it. So you just open it from the bottom, and there we go. And all right, so here we have it, and it looks like maybe some of the stuff shifted. It's probably, again, I've just had this for so long now that I haven't taken another box. So this looks like some extra propellers, presumably if one breaks. I know, so obviously let's take the drone out of the box itself here. So this is the drone itself, and it doesn't have as much heft as I thought. So it's still pretty light, definitely heavier than the other one. which is good. And it's actually larger in size as well, which I think could also be a good thing. I'll bet that's the battery. I don't really know that, but we'll take a closer look in a sec. And there's the power button. And let me see if, does that pull out? I don't want to break it, so maybe that is not the battery. I'm not really sure. We'll take a close look at that in a second. And so that's the drone. Very cool looking. It's got that black, it's got that sort of all black look to it. And it's a good size. I saw some other YouTube videos on this guy. I think there was one that 3 little kids created. If I can find that video again, I'll drop a link down to them below. They had their own, I think it's RC something, radio control, and they're literally like, they must be 3 young teenagers, and they're doing the thing on YouTube, which I thought was very cool. But in their video, it looked larger because I think the way the camera angle was. So that's how big it is. Next to my hand here, I have fairly big hands, so it's not huge, and it's relatively light. I'm hoping that, again, it's heavy enough to deal with the wind here and so forth. Extra propellers. Let's see what else we have in the box. So I want to know that is I believe that is a propeller guard, and I'll bet it goes on here. It does, just like that. And so it doesn't really, I don't think it clips in, but so that's the idea there, so that it bumps into something, the propeller's not gonna hit it, and it's gonna continue to operate. So that's the idea behind the propeller guards. And do we have 4 of them? We do, and some extras as well, so very cool. Let's put the next guard on. And this is, of course, me. Shame on me for doing this without looking at the documentation, but just kind of give you the full effect here. We'll throw the propeller guards on. That's how we do that. That one's going to go there. And this one is going to go over here. I'm suspecting that these could potentially fall off. I'll take a closer look at the directions, and it could be that there's some way we can get these to clip in good, but I think they really just hang out, you see on the end there from what I know, so which is okay. So that is the drone itself pretty much. And then, so I'm gonna set this aside for a second. We'll take a look at the other stuff in the box. Cool and good on Holy Stone that they give you some extra propellers, because if you fly this thing into a brick wall, you might need to use them, but maybe with the propeller guards you won't. I don't know, but I do like the fact, take some comfort in knowing that we have those extra propellers here. This guy, it looks like, is the instruction plate, which also very cool for the front of the remote, so a template, if you will. And then this guy is, I believe, the phone charger for the remote. So this is good, where you would stick your phone if you want to use in the drone. And then a couple of extra propeller guards, also cool. I don't know what this is. Extra landing. Yep, that's what that is. Extra landing gear as well. So you also get the extra landing gear, which is cool. If the thing takes a header or whatever, so that's nice. I'm gonna stick that there for good measure. And then we have our charging cable, presumably. Yep, gotta be. That's a charging cable. I do think that this is an extra battery, so that is the battery. And yeah, I was right before. So this is where the battery sits. I just don't, yeah, these are gonna be, I think these are gonna be a little, like I said, loosey-goosey, but that's fine. And then the battery here, of course, once you get this thing in the air, it does pull out. So you just have to be a little bit forceful pulling that out and pushing it in. But then there's the other battery as well. And then it actually sits in there pretty solidly, a nice little bit of a click. So cool. Now, the propeller guards, it's actually a little bit heavier even. So, all right, I'm liking that. I don't think it's gonna fly away. And those kids that did the RC, from the RC YouTube channel, they call this candy. I think that's hilarious. You don't want to eat that. It says do not eat. I just think these things are so funny when they include the silica gel, and the first thing it says is throw away, do not eat. Why would somebody think that was food? I don't know, but whatever. We're gonna leave that there for now. And then, like I said, so there's the extra battery. So we got the one battery in here and an extra battery, which presumably is good if you want to increase your runtime. I think drones in general have, particularly the less expensive ones, have short runtime. So you don't want to have that extra battery if you want to, go for a little while or whatever. And then so there's the controller. So this is where the magic happens right here. And I don't think there's anything else in the box. Let me just see if there's anything under. Oh yeah, no, we do. We have our full documentation. Well, it looks like a hefty documentation guide. So presumably it's in multiple languages, but we'll take a look at that in a sec. And then I am going to set the box aside. I'm going to put that over there. Others have done unboxing videos for this drone, like the kids on the RC channel. I just wanted to do something that was a little bit more thorough. Most of these, I think the other unboxings I saw come in just a couple minutes or whatever. So I love having the template. I don't know if this is actually legit supposed to go on here or not. So I'll take a look at the documentation afterwards, obviously, and we'll see if this actually sits on here or what, or if it's just a template that you model and follow. It doesn't seem to sit in there. I don't like that it's cardboard. I will say that. I wish it was, had plastic and had the actual controls on here. But I guess once you get used to it, you're not going to need that. And presumably it could potentially get in your way. Yep. So let's just take a quick look here with the template on there, and we're going to say, so it's basically forward, left, right, backward, trim, which I don't know what that is. If you guys do, drop a comment down below. That would be really cool. I'm going to actually learn for sure. But you get trim and null. I'm not sure what that is either. And then headless normal. So here's our left, turn right, and then ascend and descend. So presumably, this is your main controller. I don't know why you have turn left, turn right, and then left and right. So that's going to be a learning. Most of this is going to be learning for me. Still very cool. And then this is your button to do your flips. And then it looks like this controls the camera, which is also very cool. And then in here, it comes with Duracell batteries. Hey, who knew? Although now I'm kind of wondering if this might have been a return. I feel like this would not come with Duracell batteries. But anyhow, so you need to have, I guess it's AA batteries. And I'm thinking, based on the state of the box, I'm wondering if this was actually a return and I somehow ended up with somebody else's batteries. That would be super interesting. But anyhow, and there's some additional controls here as well. So you can increase the speed, decrease the speed, engine start and landing. So that's a key one. And RE sync, not sure what that is either, but I have, like I said, this is the layperson's unboxing and first look at the this Holy Stone drone here. And then, so here is our instruction. Cautions of battery, multiple cautions of battery, short circuits. So this is basically legalese about the battery. No worries on that. And then we have our 14 plus, and it looks like a thorough user manual, and the type is not microscopic, which I love. Make sure the battery's connected, blah. Looks like we have some. This is gonna be easy for me, even for me to understand. So I'm gonna learn how to use my drone using this manual for sure. So that's cool. And then here's all the different package contents. Drone transmitter, so they call the remote a transmitter. So I've been saying the wrong thing, but it is a remote, right? And the little antenna there as well. Screws, did I see screws in here? Probably the screws are already in place, I'm guessing, unless they're in here. Potentially the screws are in here. I don't want to mess with too much with this. And I also want to keep the video nice and short for you guys here. So I was right about the protection guards, extra propellers, USB charging cable we covered, the camera on the fuselage, camera. There it is right there. There's the camera on the fuselage, which I guess means the bottom of the thing. And I lost my guard again. So there's got to be a way, or maybe there isn't, I don't know. But if you guys know, drop a comment down below and let me know. That'd be helpful. I feel like these propeller guards are very loosey. Maybe I just need to press them in more firmly. So I don't want to break it. So I'm gonna read about this before I get to. Oh, it looks like Tim. All right, so there's a way to press them down inside to get them in there. So you need to press these guys down inside there. There's these little nubs on the bottom there, and you want to push those down in to actually have this be on a little bit more firm. I think it's, like I said, I think it is definitely going to be a little bit loosey-goosey, but some nubs there, and I think that should help with that. Like I said, full documentation, and so that's basically it. So I'm excited to get this powered up. If you guys are interested in seeing more videos on this guy, drop a comment down below and let me know. But for now, I just wanted to get it out of the box, give you guys a first look if you're thinking about buying this. This was a budget drone. I can't remember what I paid. It wasn't super expensive, but I wanted something a little bit heavier than that light drone because I don't want to take any of the neighborhood kids out here. That's all I need, right? Anyhow, so that's the video. If you're gonna get value from this, just I wouldn't mind, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. It helps out the channel a lot, and hope to see you in the next one. Cheers.